Since the introduction of social media, cyberbullying has become an issue in schools, work, and even sports, such as hockey. But Rob Litwinski, executive director at Hockey Alberta, says leagues across the province are doing their part to work on prevention.
I think many associations, including the one that I'm part of, have done a good job of making sure that they try and have the appropriate policy in place to start with, which, in some associations that might mean no cell phones in dressing rooms, etc., and to make sure that those types of issues don't happen. But certainly it's an ongoing trend for us to continue to try and tackle, and I'd say from Hockey Alberta and hockey in general in Canada, we've always tried to be on the leading end of that, whether it be, again, back in the day of the harassment and abuse, but now in trying to make sure we make the right changes.
Changes that can be based on an individual league's needs and at their own discretion.
We try and set the right policy as best we can. However, when you're looking at the scope of our overall game, with over 3,700 hockey teams and with 90,000 plus participants, we recognize that some of our specific policies, the best thing we can do is kind of get out and make sure those associations are working on it. And I think it's a tribute to our associations as well, that it's not just Hockey Alberta as the governing body or even Hockey Canada saying, you must do this. I think our associations have just great leadership all across the province, and they recognize that things are changing.
And while there may be a large focus on the issue of cyberbullying, he says proper disciplinary actions are still put forth when need be for on-ice scenarios such as discrimination.
I think there's always the opportunity, through the officiating that, should inappropriate conduct take place on the ice, that players can be penalized in the game, whether it be unsportsmanlike or obviously the gross penalty, gross misconduct. And from that point, there's a review process that's in place to review those cases.
So long as these issues continue, Litwinski says work will be done on prevention.
We really appreciate the opportunity to work with our associations to make the game and continue to make the game as safe as possible, both on and off the ice.
For Go Central, I'm Kyle Polanski.